till I reign.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
He threw for nearly 350 yards. His team won. And one word just kept coming to mind as I watched him during the game. Surgical. Absolutely surgical. That's why he won NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, very precise. The throws maybe as accurate as he's been in some time.
Yeah, I think he feels pretty locked in here, and I think he feels like he can get it done again in this one, too.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 85 yards.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and down the field.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, Cousins. This will be caught at about the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins, and it's caught. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those 1st downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers and brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. String together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Boat. lost a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rodgers going to throw. That's caught right side by Amari Rodgers. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now it's Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. On the move past the 40. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Rodgers to throw once more. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Johnson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punt, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, Cousins. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-3 the score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The Vikings at 10-4 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Cousins. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Cousins on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to move it out of bounds. It was going to be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. Take it in at the 22. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. See, T.J. Hawkinson has his team, his offense set to begin another drive here.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Give to Cook out of the gun.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Here's Cook again.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 1st down throw for Cousins. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes to play in this 1st half. 7-3, our score. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Cousins. Now he's got it. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Now the Packers get set to go.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Rodgers now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Rodgers now to throw.
Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Cousins to throw it. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gay knocks this one through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Here's Rodgers. That'll be caught by Rodgers. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Really nice.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Here's Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Cook running right. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Cousins. And that is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Cousins.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Dillon up the middle.
Room here to run. Dashing through the snow. Touchdown, Packers.
A.J. Dillon,
81 yards.
and the Packers are back within a score.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
58 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action now. Cousins.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They run again on first down. Cook. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They'll try to throw now. Cousins got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. Cousins will try and throw.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 1st down, Rodgers.
He'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Rodgers now on 1st down.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
He'll go right back to Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant.
A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Now try and wind down some clock with Cook.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On play action, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance.
It's another one.